So here's the sound of the keyboard normally typing the best I possibly can. I'll be really shit at it, but we're going to try our best, right? Why not working? I'm not in the box. I'm not in the box. Let's try again. I is a hard word to type, apparently. I've lost it completely, right? It was going okay. There we go. That's how the keyboard sounds now, right? That's current keyboard sound. We're going to compare that afterwards and see if it sounds any better, right? Because it's got this horrible echoey ring to it, which is not nice at all, right? Let me just try something. Look at that. It just works. Needs to go that way a bit, maybe? Maybe there is good? Do you think there is good? Do you want more crotch, less crotch? What do you prefer, people? Let me know. We can put the music back on now as well. There we go, we're chilling again. Let's try and get it a bit more over that side and looking at it from that angle, right? That's okay, you can see the keyboard, right? And look, now it's just working. Look how good that is. The difference is fucking unreal. I'm just worried about how long the battery will last. That's my only concern. So it might die. Shout at me in chat if it dies. Anyway, we've done the typing test. 63 words per minute. I'm sure the speed of my typing won't change when we've finished with it, but the sound might be better, okay? So what I'm going to do now, which is frightening, is unplug the keyboard, if I can. And now we need to try and figure out how to take it apart, which I've seen one screw on the inside of it, and I don't know if that's how we do it or not, right? So does the camera need to be up higher, do you think, so it's like looking down a bit more, maybe, so I can see over my hands better? I don't know. Look, we're figuring it out as we go along. If you couldn't tell, it's been an hour and we haven't got to the keyboard yet. So first things first is to take off all the keys, and I have no keyboard, so if I need to type in chat or do anything. The other day I tried to remove the keyboard with this part, this thing. I was a fool. This is the side to remove the keycaps. This is the side to remove the switches, right? I don't think we'll need to remove the switches, but basically this side goes like this, right? And we can pull the keycaps out. Now I might try and just keep them in order to make my life easier when we put them back, right? Do you reckon? And we'll see what happens. This might be a complete waste of time, but it's fun, right? Life is about fun. And I find this fun. Right? And it's also all experience for when I eventually build a not £3 keyboard, right? Like eventually I'm going to build a keyboard what doesn't cost £3. But this one, if I completely destroy it, trying to mod it a little bit, then it's no big deal, is it, you know? Like, we're fine. Normally once you've got like 1 or 2 keys off, you can pull the rest off by hand, but on this keyboard I can't. Maybe my other keyboard was just so old, that's why I could do that. Every single one is pinging out and falling between my legs. Maybe if we go sideways on them, could that be better? Maybe, right? Is the camera still working? Yes, it is. Look, we're rolling now. We're rolling. I knew there was a reason I used my old. So look, my iPhone 13 Pro doesn't want to work as a camera for the stream. My iPhone 8, not sweating it at all. Absolutely fine with it. It just works, right? There's something weird with that phone where my computer doesn't like to talk to it, and I don't know what it is. Weird stuff happens if I try and transfer photos and videos to my computer by USB as well. Like, it keeps asking, do you trust this computer? Now this key's got like a stabilizer on it probably, right? Or has it? I don't know. I don't know how these ones go on. Okay, so that goes on normal, and it's just got two little stabilizers there which don't move. I don't really understand these. So obviously on the wider keys you get these bits to support them. I thought they moved. Oh, they do move. Oh, okay, the stabilizer, it's underneath, right? Yeah, I don't really know how they work, but I think we got to get that white plate off, which might mean we have to take all the switches out to get underneath. I don't know, unless the case comes apart somehow. But look, let's try and get this tab key off. There we go. Once you can get under it, you can definitely just pull them off by hand, right? It's really not that bad. It does hurt your fingers a little bit, but it might be quicker than that thing. It might not. This might even be unnecessary. You might even be able to open it from the back and I don't even have to take all these off, right? It's fun though, isn't it? Do you think it's fun? Do you guys want to mod your keyboard with tape to make it sound better? Is that the sort of thing you guys are into? I'm weird, I don't know, like I know, I'm fucking weird, right? I'm completely weird. I can't believe that camera, man. It took me an hour to get a fucking camera working, and the solution was use a different camera. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Jeff. We're getting through the keycaps though, right? We're getting through them. I'm guessing it's all plastic under there, right? I don't know what makes it heavier than I thought it was going to be. Like, I don't know if there's any space to even do anything inside there either, right? I've got no idea what I'm doing. I'm going into this like, I know exactly what I'm doing. I have no fucking clue. No clue. I don't even know how to get it apart from here. I can see there's some screws, right? Like once you get to the middle here, there's a screw. But I don't know if it will come out with the switches on or if I need to take all the switches off as well. If I do, then that makes it a fucking like quite a job, doesn't it? But it's fun. And if I destroy it, it was a £3 keyboard. Like yeah, there's a couple switches in it. Like there's a screw here and there's a screw in the middle here. I'm hoping if I take those off, you know, like I'll be able to get the board out. It came from China. They probably just put small weights in it to make it seem heavy and better quality than it is. It might be. Like I don't know. It might just be that the materials in it are that heavy. Like I say it's heavier than I thought because I thought it was just gonna like weigh nothing. Do you know what I mean? But compared to my old keyboard, which I know for a fact has a metal back plate on it, it's actually really light to be honest. But it's so like it's heavy, but not as heavy as I thought. You know, like not it's light compared to my old board, but it's nowhere near as light and empty as I thought it would be. See, I don't really understand these stabilizer things. but we'll have a look at them. You can get better ones of those as well. Everything can be upgraded, right? But this is all just practice for when I build a real board, really. Like, practice on a £3 keyboard. Why the fuck not? What could possibly go wrong? You know? It goes completely wrong, and I break it, and then I can just buy another £3 keyboard, because I'm sure you can just make a new account on Temu and get another first purchase £3 keyboard. I might do that anyway, right? It could ping off and blind me. That's probably the worst that could happen, actually. Yeah, it probably is. Like, I think I've got safety glasses on. I'll be okay, right? But yeah, I reckon you can create a new account on Temu and just make a first purchase again. So I might just try and do that anyway and get another £3 keyboard, because they had different colours and stuff. For the keycaps, it's worth it, right? Shift key, long shift key, those weird American shift keys, right? Like this American keyboard layout is fucking weird. Like, can you hear the ringing sound? Can you hear it? Looks normal to you? Yeah, because you're fucking American, bro. It's not normal at all. It's nowhere near normal. We have a giant enter key, right? Our layout is totally different. Not totally different. We have a giant enter key. And our left shift key, this one here, is half the size, and we have an extra button. So your button that's up here, which the slash that's normally here, for us is normally here, and this shift key is half the size, and then our enter button is like L-shaped. It's big and fat, right? So like, it's really weird. It'd mess you up. Yeah, so imagine how I feel, because I've never used an American layout keyboard before, right? So it's messed me up too, bro. Okay, look, all the switches are off. There's quite a few screws. That's what we're left with now. But yeah, there's this. I don't know, that one particularly. Can you hear it ringing out? Something's resonating somewhere. So look, like I say, I honestly don't know. This bottom part of the keyboard looks like it's all one piece. So I think the only way in is from the top. So the only thing that it could possibly be is to take these screws out of here, right, to get the rest of it out. But it looks like they're beneath the switches, so we might have to remove the switches. I don't know if it will all come out as one piece, but I've got a little tiny screwdriver here, and we'll take them out and just try it, right? We'll find out. I wish it was magnetic screwdriver though. Holy shit. I can't get the screw out. Look, it's in a little groove here. I can't get it out. I'm gonna have to empty it. And I didn't think of anywhere to keep the screws either. I should have used a magnetic screwdriver. This is a magnetic screwdriver. That's definitely too big, right? Way overkill. Laura always has 5,000 pairs of tweezers around. I wonder if I can find one of those. Or I've got that one out. That's okay. Practice makes perfect, right? Practice makes perfect. So the screws are coming out. I'm not sure if this is the optimal camera angle for this, because my hands seem to be blocking the way a lot. Not, you can probably really see much from there anyway. I'm just taking screws out. It's not that exciting. God bless the USA for being different. You would have to be different, right? Like the keyboard, the American keyboard layout is called like ANSI, like ANSI, and I believe it stands for like American National Standard or something like that. The one we use is called ISO, the International Standard. Alright, so those screws are out now. I don't know what that means. It will it come out? Something's loose in there now, that's for sure. I know it's going to be connected by a wire somewhere, right? I don't want it to fall out and rip the wire. But it's definitely loose in there now, but I don't... It's probably really... Oh shit. Okay. Something moved. Oh, fuck. What's coming out there? It looks like the... Ah. Oh wow, there is nothing. It is one piece. There's nothing else in there, look. That's it. It's just hollow body. And then the USB is soldered onto the board here. So it doesn't, like, a lot of keyboards have a little daughter board in the actual keyboard here, what connects by a little ribbon cable. Not for this one, so that just sits in there. So if that sits at that height, right, that means, if I can get it out again, right, that means everything under there can be filled with something up to this height, right? Up to these screw heights, basically. So we might be able to get that foam in there, and we'd have to cut it in pieces, but we might be able to get it in there. Now, does it ring? It doesn't make that sound now that it's not in the case. So it's definitely ringing through this body somehow, right? So the first thing, apparently, now, I don't know, I'm only going by what I've read on YouTube, and people do this to expensive keyboards, right? So it must be a thing. It's to basically take this blue Scotch tape, yeah, and just coat the back of the board in it. Like the PCB. I don't know. I guess I'll make it slightly longer, then I can trim it down to size. Like literally, they just stick it on the back of the board like this. Alright? I don't know what that does or how that helps, but apparently it helps somehow. And so we're going to try it, right? We're going to try it. It seems so ridiculous, I know, but apparently it's a thing. So we're just gonna stick it on there, right? I don't know why or how or what it does. I guess it helps with the resonance somewhere, but people do this. This is a thing. If you look up keyboard tape mod, I am not the first person to do this. I'm not crazy, okay? Anybody who's watched mechanical keyboard videos before, of which I have watched way too many in the last week or so, will have seen this before, right? I'm not crazy. So apparently the idea is to put a few layers of that on. So I'm going to have to do like a little piece up here maybe, right? And then another piece here. I know how ridiculous this seems. I don't want it to be on the USB port, right? Should be good enough. And then, what about the screw holes? That might be a problem. I might have to poke holes through, right? We can figure that out, can't we? We want a few layers of this, apparently. Again, I don't know. But apparently we do. Seems so stupid, right? Literally seems so ridiculous. If nothing else, by the way, people, this is a bit of a test stream for a stream of doing some different stuff on stream, you know? Like, we could build Lego, or we could do, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, we could do other stuff on streams, right? Like that's another part of this, right? I wanted to just try it and see. What do you think? Do you guys want to see more weird ass streams of this rather than just boringly sitting here playing a game? Like actually doing something different? Like, it's fun, right? I wonder if I can wrap that around that edge. Will that be okay? Should be okay, right? Now, I've heard the sweet spot is 3 layers. I think that was 2, wasn't it? I can't remember. Honestly, if this actually makes a difference to how it sounds, I'm gonna be fucking amazed. Like, some people just do this and that's enough, right? Hopefully I haven't broken anything. I haven't exactly been careful. Yeah, I don't know what other random streams we could do, but it'd be fun, right? Did you guys overeat while in London? Probably, yeah. And since we got home too. Why? What, do you think I've gone crazy or something? Need to cut this, but not cut the keyboard, right? Okay, this stuff's thick. Now I kind of understand why this works. Because once you get a few layers of that on there, it's actually quite a robust, solid material that I can imagine does dampen sounds to some degree. Alright? It's really thick. And I guess that's why everyone says use the proper blue Scotch tape, right? Not the cheap shit. It's so thick that I can't tell if I'm cutting PCB or keyboard. Like PCB or tape. That suddenly feels different. I mean, it feels different, right? Look, we've stuck tape all over the keyboard. I don't know if that's the most silly thing ever, but look, I've seen videos, right? You guys don't call it painter's tape. We call it masking tape is what we would normally call it, Jay. This one is the Scotch Blue branded one, right? Which is why I call it Scotch. But yeah, I understand that Scotch tape would normally be like what we would call sellotape, right? Like a clear sticky tape. But yeah, we call it masking tape. But yeah, it's painter's tape, right? Yeah, you could call it that. We generally call it masking tape because you use it to like mask something while you're painting it, right? But yeah, apparently the Scotch one, because it's better quality, is the one, like this blue Scotch one is the one that is best for this purpose. The ironic thing, okay, this Scotch tape cost me, it was £6, right? This is a £6 roll of tape, and this is a £3 keyboard. Fucking brilliant. Right, brilliant. Right, so the next step is to try and pack this case full up to where, so I'm also going to have to try and make some screw holes. So I need something thin and pointy so I can see where the screw holes, or maybe I can just put the screw through and it will just go through. The screw might just go through, right? We'll see. Next step after this jank is to try and pack this full of something. Now, I've got this foam which is really thick, but I think if we can get that in that bottom part there. if we get the size right, we can get bits of this in there. It's really awkward to cut though. And I don't have any sort of cutting surface where I can use a knife. And I don't think scissors are gonna cut it, right? I can try, but I mean they kind of do. It's hard to get the size right there. But I guess anything is better than nothing, right? Like, and I guess it's foam. You can just mush it in, can't you? There we go. So look, that's filled that void there, right? Then if we do another little, I'm eyeballing this, so I think if I work with smaller starting pieces, it might be easier than that big flappy piece. If I can kind of eyeball a little square like that to fit that hole. Maybe. And here. Well, that can go in there. If this works, you're taking your keyboard apart tomorrow. And then the next part, like here, I feel like I can just squish it in, but I don't think I can. Like, there's a strip there. My worry now is that it like rattles the foam, rattles around inside. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But if I can like, that needs to be thinner still. What keyboard are you rocking currently, Jay? If I squish that into there, if I do that for each one of these little lines, right, there's a little strip here. Like the more the merrier, I think, isn't it? You know? Like Razor Black Widow. Do you have a problem with it sounding bad? I'm guessing it's a mechanical Black Widow, right? They're all mechanical now, right? The Black Widows, I think. If it has a hollow body and it sounds weird. Now, but if I can make it quiet, why not? It's not going to make it quiet, that's the thing. It's not going to make it quiet, but it's going to make it sound more premium and not so hollow and echoey. It's not going to make it quiet. I don't want it to be quiet, I want it to be noisy. But I want it to sound like a mechanical keyboard, right? But it should stop it from making that horrible echoey ringing sound. Hopefully. Hopefully. We will see. Time will tell. But yeah, I'm just cutting strips of this and trying to fill it up, right? Like that. This square I cut for there was a bit too small. I need to cut a bit bigger one and redo it because it was moving around. I guess the idea is to cut it slightly oversized and then squish it to get it in. Right? There's little gaps here which maybe I can stuff it in. This seems so silly. But I swear to God it's a thing. Alright, there's another little gap there. If we also, the more we stuff it, the less likely it's going to move, isn't it? And I think once it's all put back together, I don't think it's going to move anyway. Can this bit squidge in the middle here? Yeah. And this foam is like noise isolating, right? Like it's used in buildings and stuff, so as like insulation. So it should stop the echo, right? I say it's not gonna make it quieter. If you want to make it quieter, you're gonna have to get like like O-rings, dampeners and stuff to put on the switches, or potentially different switches. You can get like silent switches and change the switches out for different switches. That's a thing, but I just want to get rid of that horrible echo. And like I say, it might well just still be there after this. It might not make any difference whatsoever. But we'll find out. There's a screw hole there. I don't know what it's for. I don't feel like it's for anything. I feel like I can cover it. I don't want to, just in case. But we can squish foam in nonetheless. Ow! I just definitely didn't cut my finger with the scissors. Medic! Medic! Oh, fuck. That hurt. It's sax time? Yeah, we fucking rolling with the sax, right? Do you want more sax? I'm gonna have to move the mouse. I think the sax is finished now, to be honest. Oh, there it is. Yeah, baby. Can't believe I just cut my finger. I need more foam. Don't try this at home, I guess. If I do a long finish strip, but not too thin. Alright, that should do the bottom. Ah! This stuff's definitely not designed to be cut with scissors, by the way. I think I can pack that in that bottom area there. If I squish it around the screw holes. Alright. Yeah, that's in there solid. Solid, mate! And then another strip for the next bottom bit. That long. Again, I've covered another screw hole. I don't think it's important, but it might be. I don't think it is. I mean, that's going to make it sound less hollow, ain't it? Because it is, by nature, less hollow. However, I feel like we can go another layer in some parts here. Like that top back part, we can go too deep on there, right? Like here, we can definitely mush another bit in there, I think. Like that. Because it's below the riser still, I think. And then maybe some more like here. Is there a screw at the top? There's not, is there? And maybe a couple more. Like this bit here can go another layer. Watch your fingers. And then, I don't know, but what I'm thinking, right, is maybe just a, like, bit more. Like if I do a strip of tape here, just to like hold it in place a bit more. Alright? There's a little bit there. I don't want an echo chamber in there, do I? Let's stuff some in there. But yeah, maybe like a bit of tape just to keep it all from moving around in there. feel like that might be enough. Is that? Did I cover a hole there? I don't think I did I? The middle hole. Like, I don't know if I need to do much more than that. Like, I feel like I could go more, but because it's at an angle, this is where the other phone might come in. This, because I can like, just fold it. Like, I guess the more stuff in there, the better, right? If I cut a strip of this, and just fold it there, that's squishier, you know? And then I'm going to try and see if I can put the board back in. Maybe. I don't know if it'll fit anymore, right? It definitely might not fit anymore. But I don't know how it fit the first time, right? I think I overcooked it. I think I definitely overcooked it. Oh, that is not even close, but it was hard to get out, right? It must... I had to battle to get it out, right? So maybe I have to battle to get it in. It's going. I've probably definitely broke it though. Right? I think if I have to put my whole body weight on it, it's probably broken. You know? But I can't. I don't know. Like, it kind of clipped in before, right? My gauge is whether I can see the USB in the hole, which if I do that, you can see it. So that goes down far enough, but then the other side comes up. I think I might have put too much, right? Let's maybe take that out and see. I think I definitely... Oh, hang on. Right. I definitely broke something. Okay, it sits further down than I thought, right? There's a little notch here, yeah. I'm assuming there's one. Like, that notch is what it drops down onto. The second layer might be too much. I'm going to try it without the second layer, just to see if it then sits in properly. Okay, now it's clipped down. The second layer might have been too much, right? I can't get it to stay down though. Like, it should definitely fit in. Maybe that bottom foam is too thick. I don't know how far it went in originally, because it didn't fall out before, did it? Do you think I can just screw it and hope? I'm gonna try it. Did you put tape on the edges? Yeah, I think I put tape on the top edge by accident. Alright. If I can get this screw to go in. and not just into the tape. Is that in? I think so. I think it's, oh look, I think it fits. That, I think that second layer of foam might have been too much, but okay, that's screw. So I lost. It's not grabbing onto anything. Yeah, I think the edge, the top edge wasn't allowing it to go down properly. But I think if I get this screw in, then I think I'm laughing. Right, I've got them top 2 screws in. The board is flexing though. I don't know if you can see it. It's like bulging a bit in the middle, I think. That's why that middle screw is very important, isn't it? I wonder if these bottom ones will go. I might have way overdone it. Yeah, that screw's got nothing to grab hold of. Oh, neither is that one. I think I overdid it. What I should have done, right, is tried to, I'm sorry I knocked the camera, is tried to put the board back in after I took it out to see how it went back in. Also, I should try and poke a hole through the tape if I can. I don't think. The screw's not even coming through the tape. That could be a problem, couldn't it? Like surely the screw, the tape's not that thick that it's going to stop a screw, right? Oh. Okay. The PCB's got holes in it. Those risers. Ow. Those risers actually come through these holes, like these little feet here. And I think that might be why it won't. It's not pushing through. So then I'll never get the screw in, right? If I do that. That makes sense why this one went in, because there's no, you know, it was easy to push through the tape, you know. But these ones, didn't have a hole, so the side ones would be okay. Well, except for this side. Is there one this side? I guess not. There's not, is there? No, there's the bottom. That might be the answer, you know. I don't think force is the difference. Do you know what I mean? Like, wait, is it in there? I feel like it's not in there as good as it was. It's not in there. Like I might have just completely overdid it, right? They're going, if those little pegs need to go into these holes, that could be the problem, couldn't it? Maybe these holes need to be more accessible. Like, I don't know if it should go bottom first or and then the top clicks in. Oh, something clicked then. Definitely seems to be sitting a bit better. Let me try one of the screws that wouldn't work before. I think the middle one is key, right? If we can get the middle one to screw, still won't screw. I don't know. It's not in properly. Like, could it just be tape on the edge which is making it not fit properly? Maybe I need to cut around the edge with a knife. Jay might be right. I've got a blade here which I can hopefully just shave along that. It's not a very sharp blade though. That top edge of, hopefully without cutting anything important off the circuit board. That might just free it up to go in, do you reckon? Maybe? I can't imagine that little bit of tape is gonna be what's holding it back. Because it's just a little thin bit of tape. But it's not overhanging that much, right? I definitely don't want to cut myself with this. Jankiest shit ever. And really hard to do on stream. I suddenly have newfound respect for all the people I've seen doing this on live streams. This is fucking awkward. Alright, if I can just take a little bit off there. I feel like there's no way this is going to work. Once, if I do get it back in there, it's broken for sure. Right? Right, maybe I should have just done a bit less tape from the start. It might have been easier, right? Cut away from your body at all times. That's the rule, isn't it? I don't know if it's what it is that's stopping it. Like, I still feel like these holes, if I can fuck the tape up a bit more around the holes, that could be part of the problem. Like this middle hole, what is stopping it? Maybe it needs to go top end first. Like, I think I definitely broke a clip when I took it out though. See, that seems to be going down way far enough at the top, but the middle won't screw. It's just not, it's like the screw's not long enough or something, but I literally unscrewed it earlier. Something is stopping it going down. Look, is it the foam? Have we really got to pull the foam out and see? think so. Oh. Oh. Clicky. Lots of clicky. Don't know what was clicking, but... Oh, shit. Something clicked. That's in there now. It's still ringing, man. It's still making that ringing sound. So tape's not enough. And now I can't get it out again. It's definitely broken though. It's gotta be after that, right? How did I get it out the first time? Bang it is the answer. Okay, so look, this like punched holes in the tape. Now, I feel like if I can remember where these pieces were, we might be in business. Oh no, that was the top piece. This piece was here, right? I feel like we might be in business. Ow! I feel like we might be in business now. I might even try the second layer, you know? Nah, it's pushing my luck, I think. The second layer in the top should go, because it only needs to go down far enough for the USB to... I'm going to try second layer in the top bit. And just be a bit brutal with clipping it down. Alright. I think that... You ordered something off Temu that I won't like? Oh god. What did you order? Foam is definitely a problem, isn't it? Because it won't click in like it did without the foam. So let's take the second layer off and then see. Oh, it's dropped straight down by the looks of it. Can I get it to click down there? Oh god, you didn't. I feel like it's in to where it should be, but it hasn't clicked. You know? I mean, if this survives, then that's testament to fucking Temu's build quality, right? Oh, screw hole, screw hole. The middle screw's gone in. Will the bottom one go in? Okay, so I think we just had too much foam. We got... The bottom still won't go. The USB's in the right place. So can I force the bottom down a bit more to get it in, do you reckon? Maybe. 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 I wonder. I'm not sure if forcing it is good though, because it's going to put flex on the PCB, innit? That's not going to go. Middle one goes though. So it's the bottom part. So you got horror decorations. I can't believe you ordered fake Crocs with things that you decorate them with. So I think down to about this point here we're okay. Anything below that is what's fucking with it. I'm not certain, but the top part is okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this piece back in here because I think that's okay. And put this strip back in here and this little bit mushed back in here, because that riser is like way pronounced. Can you see, like it's way higher than what it needs to be? Then I don't know, I think even, to be honest, this layer is okay too. Alright, I think it's just the very bottom, but I think we can go that far with it and the bottom won't go. So we need, where's that bit of that I cut? We need thin pieces of this to go in here now, I think, to fill it out. This keyboard may work, but now sure the keys work. Yeah, nah. I don't think they're all gonna work after I've mashed them. I've definitely broken a solder joint or two, for sure. Right, if I put this foam in the bottom instead, right, maybe a little bit more in that corner, like here, it might just be enough to stop the echo. Maybe with a bit of tape, right? Maybe with a bit of tape just to hold it. Like if I fold that piece over like that and get a bit creative with how I put the tape on, I think maybe, just maybe, now it will go back on. I'm not fucking certain, but hopefully that will deaden. It won't click in. Maybe there's less space in there than it seems. Or is it clicked in? It's fairly clicked in. Yeah, I don't think there's any chance. What colour Crocs did you get, babe? Oh, what? Look. Bottom screws going in. You got white ones? Why would you get white ones? Is it the only colour they had? Bottom screws going in. Middle screws going in. All the other bottom screws go in. Something's weird there. The plate is being pulled away from the key. Don't know if that matters. But the screws are going in. Look, we're going to try it, right? You had black ones and they remind you of chef work, fair enough. Black trainers remind you of school. Black Crocs remind you of chef work. Why didn't you get like fucking orange or something? Like green, blue. All the colours you could have got. White. Bad news is, I'm 99% sure it's still making that same ringing sound. Yeah, it's still making that ringing sound. It feels like more solid though. Does it fucking work? Look. That's an hour of fucking dicking about with a keyboard. Let's put the caps back on and see if it even still works at this rate. Alright. And if it's made any difference to the sound. I think I've definitely fucked the spacebar stabilizer up. That sounds worse for sure. And that probably means the same goes for any of the other keys that need stabilizers. They're probably fucked. Yeah, they don't sound good. The only way is to get them all on and type, isn't it, to get a real idea. That ringing sound, without the keycaps on, the ringing sound was definitely still there. If they're comfy, you'll get all the colours. Will you get me a pair? Did you order anything else, or did you just order Crocs? And we can match. I want like silly, like purple ones or something, like purple or pink or something. And then we can have matching Crocs. I wouldn't go out of the house in them though. Oh, you ordered my laces as well. Because I have trouble getting down to tie my shoelaces, Laura found magnetic shoelaces that you don't have to tie. I'll see how comfy they are. I don't reckon they're that comfy. So I think if we're going to take this mod any further, to try and make this board any better than it is now, I need to get thinner foam, right, is the answer. I need to get some 3mm foam, like the normal, more squishy one. Because this one is like meant for insulating walls and stuff, and it's too thick and too rigid, I think, right? But I'll be amazed if this thing even works, because I have been brutal to it. Like, that sound is still there, but it's definitely less. I'm sure it's less, right? I'm certain it's not going to work though. Let me get all this shit off the desk. We'll find out if it even works anymore. Oh, I left the knife open. Don't ever do that, people. Retractable knives are retractable for a reason, right? And yes, I'm just chucking all the rubbish on the floor. Look how easily this fucking phone worked as well, since just by changing to an iPhone 8 instead of an iPhone fucking 13 Pro, which should be better, right? Okay, so moment of truth. First things first, does it even illuminate when we plug it in? Can I even get the USB-C in? Not without squeezing it down a bit, no. Okay, it lit up. I think all the LEDs are there, right? Do the fancy patterns still work? Will this tell us if every key works? If it lights up when you press it, right? That must mean that key is actuating, right? Surely. Otherwise, how else does it know you've pressed it? The spacebar definitely sounds worse than it did. Look, that looks like it's working. The functions are working. Can I type on it though? It's illuminating at least, right? So let's see if we can type. And let's see if it sounds any better. Right, I'm going to bring the mic back down and point it towards the keyboard. See if you tell me if you think it sounds any better, and I'll tell you if I think it sounds any better. So let's bring up the typing again, right? And we'll start again, and we'll see what happens, right? Imagine if I could type faster than, what do I get? 63 words per minute, right? Let's go. Let's see if we can beat it, right? Oh, caps. Caps broke me. I tell you what. I can't type because I'm trying to talk and think. Hang on. They fuck you up with book and took right after each other, right? I couldn't type very good that time because I was thinking about the sound of the keyboard. It definitely sounds better. Definitely sounds better. I'm not even kidding. Like, it... I'm not kidding. I'm not fucking kidding, people. The spacebar, I did something to the spacebar. I fucked the stabilizer, I think, right? But, I'm not kidding, the actual keys 1000% sound better. Like, this is such a get in the zone thing to do, right? Okay, look. Let me get this back. That wasn't a complete waste of time. It actually was not a complete waste of time. Honest to God, it was not. Like, that has made it... Like... It's made a difference. I swear to fucking God, that's made such a difference to the sound of it. There's a couple keys around the middle that is still ringing a bit, right? I think I might need to pack it in a bit more in the middle area. The delete key definitely feels like it's in a different place on a US layout keyboard. It feels really far away. I don't know if that's even true or not, but it's definitely, look, I ain't fucking around. I'm sure probably you can't tell any difference on stream, but for real, that has made a difference. Like, I just want to keep typing on it now because it sounds so much better. Oh, I lost my hand positioning then. Some words are just weird to type, aren't they, right? How is my WPS? Words per second? I don't know what that means. How do you measure that? I can do words per minute. I'm getting 1 word per second maybe. If that's what you're talking about. My words per minute is like, it's lower than it was before, but I got 62 before and I just got 60, but I'm having errors because I'm thinking about what's going on and I'm talking at the same time. I think if I really concentrate I can get the same probably, but on this keyboard layout I could definitely type faster on my old keyboard, but it's a completely different layout, isn't it? Like, I've gone from the letters are in the same place, but the keyboard is just weird, right? But let me try and concentrate. .68 words per minute, the fastest one on the stream so far, and only 2 words wrong as well. So yeah, I've typed quicker than I did on before. I don't think that's scientific at all. I really don't. There's like these other typing tests which are weird, where they like want you to type sentences and stuff. Okay, this doesn't want to work, right? I don't want to do that. This one. right? It's got like more punctuation as well. Like that makes it harder, especially. Opening starts like a storybook narration due to George, because you have to get like the capital letters in the right place and stuff as well. George Lucas imagining the film as a story told by an ancient race of immortals. It stuck even though it didn't make the cut. There is a single that was bad, right? That's more realistic typing though, isn't it? That's way more realistic typing. Because it's like real typing, isn't it, right? Oh, I don't want to leave errors. Is that true? Williamina Fleming discovered thousands. This fucking, like, can I just get you to, like, remember this forever, please? 58 words per minute on that. So, look. I'm around about the same, and that's obviously a little bit harder than just typing words, isn't it? So what? I'm typing a word per second. Not very fucking accurately, though. Pretty consistent 58 words per minute, right? Pretty consistent 58 words per minute. I'm honest though, it still works. I didn't break it, and it fucking sounds better, man. I'm not even kidding. It actually sounds better. I can't believe it. I'm sweating like a motherfucker. It was totally worth it. And this thing take a beating, right? £3 this keyboard. £3 from Temu. And I've smashed the shit out of it just now. I was certain I'd broken that. I was so certain I broke it. But apparently not. Apparently not. Apparently not. It worked. But yeah, what do you think of random streams like this, people? Let me know, please. If you don't let me know in chat, leave a comment. I'm going to upload this onto YouTube, I think, as just a long stream modding the keyboard. I might edit it a little bit. But yeah, what do you think of random streams like this where we're doing different things to just playing games? Hopefully some of you enjoy it. I think it keeps things interesting, right? I think it does. But yeah, I found it fun. Hopefully you guys found it fun too. And the £3 keyboard is surviving. So there you go, right? There you go. I don't know what to do now. I might take a quick break and then come back and play some Diablo. Should we do that? I think I'm going to do that and play Diablo for maybe an hour or so, right? But I need to take a quick break and get out of the chair. So yeah, if you want to hang around for some Diablo, please do. I'm going to take 5 minutes maybe and I'll be back, alright?